What is good, Straw Hat Crew? Welcome back to another video. We're back with another banger, of course. Let's go ahead and jump straight into it. Alright, so for today's video, we got Cave Divers Need to Stop. This video is old, but I seen it and it had to be reacted to, because if they're still doing these type of antics, jumping through hoses the size of fucking doorknobs and bro, like, they have to stop with this. For real.
I can barely keep my head above the water. Alright, here we go.
Who signs up for this? Like, who really is like, you know what? I'm about to go get into a cave where I can barely move and my head has to be tilted at a fucking 90-degree angle like this as I'm crawling through, or I'm not gonna be able to breathe. Mind you, the cave's like 3 miles long.
Jack and his
buddies bravely ventured deep into a cave carved by an underground river. Out of the blue, the water rose sharply, and they found themselves in a crisis like never before. The cold water was eating away at their breathing space.
Cave diving, an underwater extreme sport which is done as a way to explore the wonder of caves. You can face wonderful things such as dark, desolate spaces with the sharpest rocks on earth, tight openings where you may have to break your kneecaps to get through, oxygen tanks that can run out and potentially have you suffocate to death, but ooh, look at that view. And if you're mad at me for calling it a sport, don't get mad, okay? That's what Google says. But when you're in situations like this, it's probably a sport, right?
Are elbow pads gonna be a problem for me? My sweater, anything?
Yeah.
The passage is both rugged and very tight for me.
Okay, cool. The raw camera would be helpful. Is there room to turn around and come back?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh my goodness.
Like, I'm not claustrophobic, guys. Like, I don't have a fear of tight spaces. Like, I don't even know if I would do this. I might do this if it was 100% guaranteed. Like multiple niggas have been through this course. They've ran this course multiple times. That this, like, you can get through it. It's like tight, but you can get through it. Might do it. But besides, like some unexplored, like trying to find some news, nah, I'm good, bro. Y'all got it.
I understand. So Jacob went face first down a drop down there. It's a little tight through here, but I can keep moving my elbows through. So as long as I can keep bending my elbows,
Yeah.
I'm okay. Oh, I'm too old for this, dude. I am too old for this.
By the way, people do this as an option in life. It wasn't set mandatory, this was a free will pick. So yeah, cave divers have been the topic of the month in social media trends, I guess. I don't know who or when we started talking about cave divers, but if you go on YouTube, you got a ton of channels documenting the craziest cave diver deaths. And on TikTok, it's become a trend to make fun of them. The joke being, anytime a cave diver sees a tiny crack, they try to slide right in. That may have not sounded right, but y'all get the point.
Man, these were comedy. I know y'all seen the ones where, like the doorknob ones, man, where the shoe would be stuck inside. Oh.
Now, my main reason on making this video is trying to find out why the f anyone would do this. Obviously, the main people this appeals to is thrill seekers. There's a whole genre of human who just love doing the most death-seeking activities, which we'll talk about later, but we'll focus on cave diving. One of the main reasons for my research on why people do it is because cave diving is seen as one of the last things humans have explored on Earth. Because most people aren't trained to do it and usually think, I can either spend thousands of dollars into learning lessons on how to cave dive properly as a hobby, or buy a gaming PC and run some games with the gang. I'm going with the PC. Honestly, I have no clue how much cave diving lessons cost. It was just a joke. Cave divers, don't come at me. I am a quote with a water gun. But they see it as places where almost nobody on Earth has visited. It's like that thing in humanity where everybody wants to be the first at something. And that's usually where a lot of the cases happen, in places that have never been.
I feel you, but what's the point of being the first person to see something and you never gonna be able to tell about it? You stuck down there forever.
Explored. Even if they are though, if you're not professionally equipped, you're gonna end up a peanut butter and rock sandwich. Which is why a lot of the experts say you need to be well trained before going, especially if you're just starting out. One of the most famous cave diving incidents is known as the Nutty Putty Cave incident. You may have seen your favorite horror YouTuber talk about this for the 20th time, but I'm sorry, I do have to rehash it for the people that may not know. It all started on November 24th, 2009. A man named John Jones with his brother and friends decided they wanted to go cave diving in the, you guessed it, Nutty Putty Cave. Most of the cave was mapped out by people exploring it, but not all of it. My brain is way too small to figure out how the they mapped it out purely by looking at things like this. Probably why I just make YouTube videos. John accidentally slipped into the wrong section of the cave though, and got put into a narrow slope in the cave facing downwards. I don't know how you don't panic like this, but I would be cooked. And over 27 hours, 130 rescuers were trying to save him. They tried to pull him out with a system of pulleys and ropes, but it made things worse. And when one person finally managed to be pulling him out, his rope snapped in half. That's the type of luck I would have in this situation. But sadly, through the next day, they could.
It's not funny. I'm not laughing at that. I would give up after that one. I'm not gonna lie. If I was getting pulled up, I was, oh yes, I'm free, and then the rope snapped, I fall back down. Hey y'all, go ahead and pack it up, man.
And end up pulling him out, and he ended up dying from cardiac arrest and suffocation in the cave. The whole situation is sad, and John sadly wasn't trained enough for it. The worst part about this is I just found out they made a movie recreation of it. Imagine someone close to you dies a tragic death in a scenario like this, and they make it a movie with 5.5 stars on IMDb and put that bitch on Peacock for free. Like, my at least put it on Netflix. Now we gotta lay down one thing about cave diving. Obviously, by the amount of people that do them, it's not a casual thing of a cave diver going out to explore and being packed up immediately. It's more of a when a situation does happen, it becomes a big thing that people talk about because the situations are so crazy. Think of it like the story y'all are seeing now about the planes malfunctioning all over the world. Meanwhile, just in the USA, there's 16 million flights a year. I don't blame people for not taking those odds though. This year, it feels like planes have been deciding to give up on purpose. Another reason cave divers do it is to see the formations of the cave and how cool they look. And I can admit, they look pretty cool. Not worth risking my life to death type of cool, but I can give it a thumbs.
Exactly. They look tough, don't get me wrong. I'm gonna wait for the Google photos to drop. Don't worry, I'm gonna wait for the photos to drop on Google. I'm gonna look at them. For surely, you know what I'm saying? I don't need to see it in real life.
So people also find new species when going cave diving, and who doesn't want to be a person who could say they found a whole species? A lot of times it is pretty useless though, like worms and shrimps, but at least you can name yourself after it. I also found this post about some cave divers explaining why they personally do it, and yes, this Reddit is called r/caving. Nowadays, anybody got a Reddit. Speaking of Reddits, make sure y'all join mine too. I check it every Twitch stream. The person said, so a few days ago, I came across caving accidents on YouTube, and I've been terrified of the concept of caving since then. I'm not making this post disrespectful by any means, but I'm just genuinely curious. Let's see, y'all think the cave divers got mad at this? The top comment is, why do anything that's not required to exist? It's fun and fulfills desires. Same with most activities in the outdoors. Okay, I would say not every activity is like cave diving outdoors. You know, you got hiking. I feel like that's pretty safe as long as you go to a well-pathed area. You know, you also got fishing too. Most of us don't shy away from what ifs. You could expire in a desert if you're not prepared, or in another risky activity. Oh my god.
Mountaineering?
Mountaineering? What is that? I don't think I've ever heard of that. Oh my god, that's this? This is by far worse than cave diving, because genuinely, bro, like, that ice gives up, that ice melts a little bit, you're cooked. I think the crazy mountaineering activity I'll never understand is Mount Everest. Like, Mount Everest is so dangerous.
They have bodies as checkpoints.
To help people want to climb the mountains from people that...
What? They have bodies as checkpoints at Mount Everest? That's gotta be cap, bro. That has to be false. There's no way.
Formerly died there. You can go as fast or slow as you want. Keep it tame or push your limits. For me, it started as a fun thing to do, but now it's more about research and conservation of the caves. Okay, see, that's a little bit better of a reason. Because, you know, we're gonna have some type of people to research those caves and do that as a job. And if most scientists don't want to do that, I respect him for doing that. Cave divers with loving family when they find a 0.0001 centimeter called the devil's anus and they dive into it. The TikTokers have invaded the cave diving subreddit. Come on, y'all, this is their haven, bro. Can we leave r/caving as the cavers Reddit as their place? Those cave diving accident YouTube videos are usually low effort and inaccurate. I feel like from a lot of the videos I've seen, they're like really detailed though. Like they'll go into a full breakdown of the timeline.
They'll go before the, yeah, I'm about to say, I've seen a couple of them, and they'll go before the dude even went to the cave. They'll break down his whole life to let him up to going into the cave, like.
Kind of when they entered to when they left, because I've seen a couple of them just because it seems so interesting, and like they'll have a like I don't even know how they find out all the details of the incident, but they have it listed. Seriously, it's like 3 social media cavers constantly pretending they're in life-threatening situations and freaking out for shock value. Could the videos have been dramatized? Some of them, yeah, I'm not sure. There's like so many people that post these type of videos, but hey, that's what gets them the money, man. People want to see them in situations like that. You know, nobody's gonna care if they're in a normal, calm, safe cave. They want to see you damn near dying. It's fun, I like it, and no one can bother me when I'm in a cave. I mean, there's a lot of places though where you can't be bothered. You can go to a desert, the middle of the ocean. For me, it's mostly for the beauty and peacefulness of caves, the feeling of adventure, the scientific aspect of it too. Also, what I love about caving is the feeling of doing something tiring, painful, and difficult, but laughing all through it because you are with your friends. You might just got a domination kink. That's what it's sounding like to me. No judging over here. No judging over here, all right? I hope that gave y'all more insight into why the cave divers like doing it. And I know everybody's making fun of cave divers and clowning them, but something I think is way worse of a thrill seeker activity is all those parkour videos back in the day that used to go viral. I don't know why.
Nah, the new parkour videos they're dropping now are even more dangerous than that, bro. They got people jumping from skyscraper to skyscraper, jumping off of cranes and shit. They're different now, man.
In the 2010s, the thing was parkour and people doing double backflips off buildings. But it's another one of those free will things people choose to do with their life. Like these will straight up climb skyscrapers in the clouds to get the thrill. I feel like I'm gonna fall off by just watching these videos. And for them, it's even more of an adrenaline high on why they do it. I guess the dopamine released on the risk of falling is just too good to pass up on. There's another well-known incident that happened with this thrill-seeking activity that went viral a couple years ago. Shocking, wonder how it could go wrong. His name was Wu Yongning, and he was a famous guy on social media for doing all types of crazy roof climbs. These pictures look straight up photoshopped. I wanna know how the in a picture like this you keep your balance. One wind gust and you're out clean. He was recording a video for a challenge that offered some money for who had the best rooftop climb, and on camera while recording he was on the side of a building when he lost grip and fell 62 stories, or in American terms 1,120 feet. And this whole incident I'm talking about, it's on the internet. Like you can exactly see how it goes until he falls. It's disturbing to know as soon as he's out of the frame, he's going probably for another couple of seconds before hitting the ground and splatting to his death. And what I notice in a lot of these type of activities, a lot of these people don't even associate there could be any type of risk until a major incident happens. So yeah, that's about all I wanted to talk about today. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. As always,
nah, like, bro, like we talked about in like the last couple videos, the adrenaline junkies are just out of control recently, man. They've been needing more adrenaline every day. With that being said, hope y'all enjoyed the video. I'm gonna catch y'all in the next one.
She call me Luda, bitch, I roll out with my shooters. She wanna fuck me in a Plymouth Barracuda. I got my gun on, yeah, she know I'm